Welcome to the Talkin the Line podcast, presented to you by Talkin the Line Sports Media, giving you our best insights and analysis so you can rake in some cold hard cash on your next sports bet. Now sit on back, open up your mind, and let's cash some tickets. We can't thank you enough for joining us. We hope you enjoy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, degenerates and gamblers. Far and wide. Welcome in to episode number 205 of the Talkin the Line podcast on this absolutely beautiful Wednesday of bets. Hey, also known as January the 19th in the year 2022, so you don't have to check your calendars. Hey, you got a case of the midweek blues? Well, not anymore. Consider them cured because we have one hell of an episode coming your way, just the one you need as a dose of medicine, if you will. But before we deliver the proverbial podcast pill to you today, if you will, please take a few moments to smash that subscribe button on whatever platform you are currently ingesting the TTL Pod on. If you are watching on YouTube, you might as well hit that notification bell over there as well, so you never miss the start of a live show or any additional content dropping from the TTL crew. Oh, hey, like the Wise Words podcast here at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, featuring, I might tell you here shortly, who knows. But first, shameless plug of the day for our second show. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Make sure you hit the like button or the follow button if you're watching on one of our social media platforms, whether it be Facebook or Twitter, so you never miss any of our additional social media content. Or if you're listening to the pod on your favorite podcast directory, make sure you hit that subscribe button there too if you haven't already, as we always release the audio of every show after each live episode is complete. Next item up on the docket. If you could be so kind, you can find it in your heart to do so. Go ahead and, in addition to all those aforementioned buttons, hit that like button, leave us a follow, leave us a comment, leave us a rating, jump on over yonder in the live chat. Sorry, getting ahead of myself here. If you are watching live, maybe hit that share button too. Send it on over to your brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, mothers, fathers, friends, enemies, neighbors, people who live on the opposite side of the globe as you, but you would refer to as a good old-fashioned ticket cash and degenerate, because that's what we are here at the TTL Pod, and we cannot tell you how much we appreciate it when you do all those things, because it only helps us make TTL Sports Media bigger and better for each and every one of you. Last, but certainly not least, head on over down there to this episode's description, where you will locate the Talkin' the Line link tree. Within that link tree, you'll find the talkintheline.com website, all of the TTL Crew social platforms, and our additional content, so you can consume all of that jazz in one convenient location, however and whenever you please. Ladies and gentlemen and beautiful gambling people, joining us for episode number 205, I am your humbled, honored, hyped, and always handicapping host, Colt and Colt Soroka, and I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by, hang out with me and my partner, get some picks, some insights, some analysis, most importantly, dive into a few rabbit holes and catch some good vibes along the way. Now, I have said us, I have said we, I've said crew, I've said partner far too many times without acknowledging the presence of the man here on the show with me today. So without further ado, my friends, get on your feet, get loud as you possibly can, because it's time, ladies and gentlemen, to bring in the young man you know around these parts as the man, the myth, and the degenerate gambling legend himself. And oh, don't you dare forget the TTL Crew's resident cheesehead Green Bay Packer faithful himself, Mr. Riley RMags Magnuson. Partner, how you doing over there today, pal?
My man, I am doing absolutely fantastic. Once again, you know the drill, man. It is a beautiful Wednesday. Wise Words Wednesday, as you mentioned. Gotta you drop as many free plugs as we possibly can.
You better believe it.
I'm doing fantastic, man. One day closer to playoff football once again. I cannot wait, dude. The nervous, excited anxiety is starting to creep in day by day.
Sure.
That comes with my, your favorite team being in the playoffs in a big moment. But I am doing fantastic, my man. What about you today?
Oh, come on. You know the drill. I'm doing absolutely spectacular on this side of the screen here today. Beautiful day to be alive. Rest is up to me and thee, so you know what I'm bringing down. Good vibes, baby, and I know you're bringing the same. Yeah, dude, I know it's a little bit of collar's getting a little tighter around there. We squeaked through the back door. The shot clock was ticking down, and old Crosby snuck one through for us to get out the first time around. I know all these flashbacks are happening, but you're keeping the vibes high. You're keeping the mentality A1 day one, so I can appreciate that. I value your Green Bay Packer fandom. High or low, you're still going to bleed green and gold.
Of course.
Now, don't know how I can segue this, so how about let's talk about yesterday's best bets of the day. I thought there was going to be something I could segue out of there, but I couldn't find anything. Was flipping through the Rolodex and couldn't find it. So
speaking of anything other than the NFL.
Yeah, there you go. We're a full transparency show. How about that? So without further ado, let's recap all of the TTL Crew's best bets of the day from January the 18th, 2022. Oh, baby. Okay, it was a 3-3 day from the crew across the board. Partner got back on track. I will yield back for a moment because I got a little bit of a soapbox I need to get up on.
Of course.
But partner 2-1, absolutely gorgeous day from you. What say you here first thing bright and early Wednesday morning?
Nothing crazy, my man, other than the fact that on a night when there's multiple Big 12 games, you better sit your ass on the couch and get your popcorn ready, my man, because it was fantastic. There are 10 teams in the Big 12, if you were not privy to that, not 12, but the point I bring that up is because they are 10 deep with 10, at the bare minimum, 10 competitive teams. There will not be a single bad game in that conference on a given night, my man.
100%.
So any single night you see some Big 12 action, you best get in the front of the couch with some popcorn. But yeah, it was a solid night for me, my man. That's all I got. I got some, split my unders. I don't know if that's still a heat check or not, but I think those first half runs is really what busted that one. If we avoided those, which is obviously tough to avoid some runs in college basketball, but if we avoid those, I think we get it. 145, I think, was what it ended at. So just missed that one, but feeling good about the others as well. I don't know about you.
100% as per usual. He says that's all I got, and he's got extra to add on top of it just to make sure y'all motherfuckers understand him. 2-1 for sure. Excellent day from you, my friend. 1-2 for me, but we ended up kind of towards the end of the show to say, hey, you should probably sprinkle on the Cats money line as well. And I tracked it on all action and everything. I was talking about it a lot yesterday. Kansas State was the lone one that covered. However, I got a bone to pick with the other two. Now, West Virginia dropped down to +5 by the time that son of a bitch tipped off. And the old Baylor Bears ended up winning that game by 9 points, so covered the original number by almost 3 points, almost a whole 3-ball in and of itself. Wow, that's interesting. That's real cute that the books decided to just give out free money like that. Oh, and then Miami, Ohio. You know, all I could hear yesterday is everyone and their dogs saying, "Wow, Ohio is the best team in the MAC. This is so incorrectly favored." Yeah, no fucking shit. It's called gambling. It's favored that way because something fucking stupid's gonna happen. And Miami, Ohio, 9 times out of 10, when Ohio's getting $7 billion dumped on them all day, and the line is doing nothing whatsoever, and yet everybody keeps running to them. They win the game by fucking 25 points. What? Why not make the line 8.5? You get more people to buy in on Miami, Ohio at +8.5. You'll get even more of your fucking money back if you knew they were going to win by 20. Why set them at a pick'em? I call bullshit. I call the last fucking 6 weeks now. I've been keeping track of Tuesdays, and if you've been tuning in on Wednesdays, the public rakes on Tuesdays. I tweeted it out this morning. I'll write about it in my afternoon college basketball blog. They just rake on Tuesdays, and I do not understand it. So I'm going to have to kind of adjust accordingly, not completely change the whole process on Tuesdays, but definitely think about it because my partner is Big 12 Mania, and I will definitely be rocking and rolling with him. I think the Cats are all the way back, though. Kansas State, only going to be a couple other opportunities. We're going to be able to back them at least when they're big point.
At least that type of value.
They might not even be underdogs of anything less than 4.5, 3.5 going forward from here with that performance last night. I mean, they went into Austin, Texas and showed out. So
right.
Hell yeah, my Cats absolutely loved it. Ended up I actually ended up going positive a unit with one of your plays and then also playing them on the money line. So thank goodness. However, 2 for Tuesday parlay.
Hey. Look where we are. Look what we said. Look where we are. Oh, boy.
The Wells Fargo Center let us down. They lost 3-2 in a shootout, I do believe it was, or 4-3. 4-3 in a shootout. They were up 3-2 in the third with like 3 minutes left. And I go, you know what? I'm not even going to watch this game because I haven't watched the whole thing. I don't want to jinx this. I'm just going to leave it be as it is. I've just kind of been watching it. The next thing I know, I tune it in, and I get an update that they had just lost 4-3 in a shootout. And
it was like a 10-round shootout, bro.
Awesome.
Oh, man.
So excited. Absolutely love it. But obviously, I am not a hockey sharp. Don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm going to stay out of that market for a while now. But what I do know, hold on. What I do know, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
No, go for broke.
Well, I was going to say, it gets chalky, but these ones that we pick, if we throw them in a parlay at like +1.5, even if it's like -225, they typically at least go to overtime. All these ones that we keep picking off, and they just fail in overtime. So I don't know if we just need to sprinkle a little +1.5.
I don't fucking. I'm no. I'm not. No. That is what you stopped me from going on to RJ Barrett for, to say maybe we can find a way to start. No. I'm done. I'm done with NHL for the time being. What I am hot on is points, rebounds, and assist combos, baby. Another one on the book, 6-1. Last 7, the only 7 I've played this entire year. So I'm thinking I'm seeing some things. So much so that I've got 2 on my card here today. So I'll tell you about those later in my best bets of the day segment. Moneyline Dice continue to roll cold. 0-2 day for them as well. 0-4 for the week. The dice are cold. So hopefully you've been fading them, not getting on the train, because after a 5-1 week last week, now the old cubicle objects that be the MLD dice are 0-4. Yeesh. They got a college basketball matchup in their sights today. Virginia Tech Hokies, North Carolina State Wolfpack. No idea. Line opened up at 3. It's down to 1 right now, flipping all over the place, all over the market. So we're not going to try and figure out what the hell's going on in that game. We're going to yield back to the dice.
Especially, who the hell knows what's going on in the ACC right now, my man?
I could. You say that, and you got a play out of the ACC today. I decided to stay far away from all of the ACC plays because, who the hell knows what's going on in the ACC is damn right. But hey, I put them up there right now pretty much with the Pac-12. Like, I don't know that the books know how to freaking set lines, and I sure as hell don't know how to cap it right now. So those are the two conferences I've been staying far away from. Hopefully you can get me in the boat with one of your two best bets of the day coming up here shortly. I do actually have it already in my bet slip. I just need a little convincing to smash it in. And then we'll get into my 5 best bets of the day. I actually have 4 college basketball bets. I'll zoom through those and then zoom through 2 points, rebound, and assist totals. Actually, I got a freaking chapstick caught in my... Okay, well, there you go. I got it's coming out of our game between the Cavaliers and the Bulls. Our boys are playing them at the UC tonight. I got 2 PRA props, combo props that you're definitely going to want to hammer in. I love the value on both of them. Then we got the Wednesday Warrior and Wednesday Parlay Pop-Off. Parlay Pop-Off paying out over 6-1 odds. If you wanted to know, the Warrior is an NBA team, but you got to stick around for the third segment to find out who it is. We'll recap all of that nonsense, tell you where you can find it, get into the aforementioned Moneyline Dice roll of the day, and then send the train completely off the tracks with the second half of the show, RMags Sidebar, a little bit of banter, daily leans, updates, and close it out with some motivation minutes. And some motivation minutes I think we all need to hear today. Okay. A little something. So make sure you stick around for that, or if you got to pop in and out, make sure you're at least here for the very end as well if you got to go back and watch other parts of this show. So... without further ado, partner, anything else from your side of the screen, my friend?
No, sir. No breaking news once again. We have not. We need some. We're due for some big stinky or big juicy breaking news coming through our way during the show one of these days, dude. We haven't had any in a while.
I am telling you, we need something we can just talk about for a hot ass minute. But it looks like for now, yeah, everything's running pretty cold on this beautiful Wednesday of bets. It's not a Wednesday of news. It's a Wednesday of bets, though. I will tell you that. So, without further ado, one final thing we must complete, because we ain't superstitious. We're just a little stitious. Please lift your mugs up high, or your glasses, or your cups, or whatever you're utilizing to sip on the black elixir of the gods this morning. And to myself, to you over there, partner, and to all you beautiful people sipping that aforementioned black elixir, go ahead, take your sip, and I'll be right back. Oh!
I had nothing left in mine.
Whoa!
I've been pounding them this morning, dude.
I wonder what the neighbors think every time I fucking do that at 10:15, 10:20.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is up with this guy? What does he do two times? What the fuck? Either way, there you go. We're back in action. For now, we will let the train get back on the tracks. We'll let it fall off later on in the show. But for now, quit the gossip, cut the drama, and cut the banter. You could go to every other sports media outlet and get. You come to the TTL Pod for the Stone Cold Locks, picks, insights, analysis. Admittedly, diving into a few rabbit holes along the way. But most importantly, running tickets straight to the pay window with the TTL crew all day and night long. So without further ado, my friends, it's time to get into the first segment of the first half of today's show. You know the drill. If you don't, you better get familiar. RMags best bets of the day. 2 coming at you, both from the college basketball hardwood. Partner, lock in, let them rip, let them have it. And as per usual, dude, you have the floor.
I appreciate you, my man. I just imagine, going back just a half a second, I just imagine if you didn't have loud asshole neighbors, I just imagine them like you being like the rooster that crows, and maybe late risers, and then they just one day that you don't.
I think they are all late risers, and they all are. I go to bed after them, and I get up before them, so they're those type of people. So I know I'm fucking running circles around those mutts, so it's what I love the most. But I digress. Please continue, sir.
For sure. So my first one, going out to, I've got 2 different conferences today. First one up, going to the Big Ten. My Big Ten. Been a couple days since I've had some value out of the Big Ten, my friend.
Can you spell Homer! Exclamation. I sure can, but I don't think he is one. I don't think he is one. So. I've already locked his play in. Let's go.
First one up, I am going to, I think this is the only Big Ten game on the slate today.
Yeah.
Iowa Hawkeyes, -3.5 on the road at Rutgers. Now, I understand that everyone's favorite darling right now at home is the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, but they're due for some massive regression, and when you aren't paying attention to them, they have done that regression, and then it's just been a few weeks since you've seen them on a big stage like this. So I believe we are in a spot where they are not going to match up well against this Iowa team, and they're going to get their teeth kicked in my opinion. Here, partner, 19th overall rating per KenPom is the Iowa Hawkeyes. Number 3 AOE adjusted offensive efficiency and 158 ADE adjusted defensive efficiency, but I don't believe this is a matchup where that's going to come into factor and hurt them in any way, shape, or form. They've got the 45th fastest tempo, partner, compared to Rutgers 251. Please, I'll let you say your favorite word that you like to use in this sense, my friend.
Boat race.
Yes, and I believe that is, if there's any game where that term is going to come into play on the entire slate today, I do believe it is this one here. Switching over to Rutgers, 93rd rated team per KenPom, partner, and that, especially for what they've done, that really screams to me that they've gotten fairly lucky in a lot of different spots, partner. 142 AOE and 54 ADE. So again, not terrible defensively, but not good enough to slow down this Iowa team. Their offense will not be able to get into a shootout with this Iowa Hawkeyes team by any means. They don't have the scoring depth at all, partner. And again, they just don't have enough defense to slow them down. Iowa, so after that, I say, okay, is there anything that I'm missing? Any of these other random spots on the board or as far as statistical categories that I'm missing? So I look into turnovers. Number 1 in the country, Iowa, as far as protecting the ball. Offensive turnovers per offensive play, number 1 in the damn country. No drop off on the road either. They are 10.5% turning the ball over per offensive play, 10.5 at home, 10.5 on the road across the board. And at that, especially at that tempo, partner, I think number 2 is Wisconsin at one of the slower tempos in the country. You've got the 45th tempo in the country as the number 1 team protecting the damn ball. That is ridiculous in my opinion here. And then on the other end of the floor, Rutgers 185th on the defensive side of that category. So dead middle of the pack in the entire country. Nothing special there. And then rebounding is the other thing that I look at. Nothing crazy to write home about. Very, very similar teams. Iowa's a better offensive rebounding team than Rutgers. Rutgers a little bit better defensively, so they kind of just cancel each other out there on the rebounding categories. So there's really no edge that I see for Rutgers in any capacity here, partner. And I think Iowa rolls them through the floor on this one. A few trends. Iowa 5-1 ATS last 6 as a favorite. So in these spots, not overvalued at all. 7-2 last 9 after a straight up win. When they're rolling, they're rolling. And partner, a little day of the week trends. 5-1 ATS last 7 for Iowa. 1-4 last 5 for the old Scarlet Knights. So give me the Hawkeyes minus 3.5. I think they win this one by double digits, partner. I don't think it's going to be close at all. Give me the Hawkeyes minus 3.5.
Te amo some miércoles trends. There's a little bit of Spanglish for you, my friend.
Yeah,
you know I love me some Wednesday trends out there, buddy. But I wrote down the old Scarlet Knights last night, plus 2.5. I said, let me see what the line do. Woke up this morning, 3.5. I said, ho, ho, ho. Public dog of the day, my friend. It stinks. It's nasty. It's disgusting. It smells. Their home hardwood has been the only place they've been able to cover. And wow, they're dogs now all of a sudden. And the books are making it easier for them to climb. I think making it easier for them to cover. I think this is going to be a rough day for the public, if you will. But I digress. I think you're going to hear a lot of the similar things that Mags just said, said for me in my analysis. But I'll yield back for now. RMags first best bet of the day, the Iowa Hawkeyes, minus 3.5. Partner, what do you got for your second?
All right, number 2, kind of a little bit different, if you will, as far as how I'm playing this one, but I'm going to the ACC, the Pitt Bank. Like you mentioned, ACC's been goofy. I got 2-0 yesterday out of the ACC. Actually, 2-1. I apologize. I missed on Clemson. I ended up taking them, but that was rough. But 2-1 out of the ACC yesterday. Going back to it today, I like the Pitt Panthers plus the 3.5 at home against the Virginia Cavaliers. Both these teams, very slow tempos. Obviously, you're familiar with Virginia, the slowest tempo in the country. But Pitt right around 330 as well. So totally comfortable playing that slow tempo. Low total in this one, partner, 115. So that really intrigues me as far as the dog of 3 or more points when it's a total of that low. And then I look into it a little deeper. Virginia was a big public side this morning, still continuing now. Both bad offenses. I will admit, Pitt does not have a very good offense, but neither does Virginia. And their defense, Pitt I'm talking about here, neutralizes and actually matches up well with the few things that Virginia can do offensively. That's what Pitt's defensive strengths are. Rebounding, actually, Pitt's got a nice edge rebounding partner. 101. Now, again, they're not beating any doors down against the rest of the country, but against this matchup, there is an edge. 101 on the offensive end. 101st ranked team offensive rebounding is Pitt. 163rd defensively. And as for Virginia, 280 on offensive rebounding ranked in the country. 286 on the defensive end. So they do not rebound well. Pitt's got a big old edge right there. The other road games that Virginia took care of, they are, I believe, 4-3 to the number on the road. However, the couple of games that they've gone on the road to in the ACC that they've taken care of were good matchups for them against Syracuse and Clemson, and I don't think that's the case here. They got destroyed at UNC. Not saying this is the same team as UNC by any means, but I do believe this is another matchup that they do not fare well in. Pitt has covered the last two meetings, both last year, between these two teams, and I think we see another one here tonight. I actually could see Virginia getting this one down outright, partner. I do not have any interest in the money line here, but I do love the 3.5-point backing. And a few trends, and I'll kick it back to you, partner. 5-0 last 5 is Pitt versus a team with a winning straight-up record. So they are undervalued against teams that are perceived as either good or, close to good at it by any means. 4-1 last 5 as a home dog. So on their home court, when they're a dog, they've taken care of business. 5-2 last 7 on Wednesday, partner. And Virginia, 2-6 last 8 as a favorite. So when they are up against teams that are perceived as bad teams or mediocre to bad teams, they are classically overvalued this year and last year. And 1-4 last 5 again here versus a team with a losing straight up record. 3-8 this entire season ATS as a favorite, so a little bit deeper than the last 8 there. So 3-8 this season, and Pitt 7-6 ATS at home the entire season. Had some scuffles earlier on some bigger spreads when we didn't quite know what they were yet. So now they're starting to get priced correctly, and I think this is a great spot for them in a dog spot. So give me the Pitt Panthers to take care of business, plus 3.5 at home, partner, tonight.
Sounds like from you, my friend, that this is a good spot to back the Pitt Panthers and a good spot to fade the old Cavaliers there. Probably going to take me until the afternoon to buy all the way in on this one, if I'm going to be honest with you. I want to make sure all the stars are lining up, and I don't want to mush your ACC play because I have kind of made up my mind to stay out of the ACC. But I do think you are on the right side. It is in my bet slip. It will continue to remain there, and we'll see if she gets a little unit tossed on her by old tip-off. However, you are on the right side, my friend. I believe you, my friend, should just go right on ahead and lock things in. I bet a lot more college basketball than you might, my friend, so I don't want to cause any harm to my partner's plays. Without further ado, one final time, Mags second. I'm almost said Margs. Mags second. Tequila must be on the brain. Mags second.
Margs, how about that?
Whoa.
How about that for some content? Mags Margs.
Whoa. Hey. How about bongs, balconies, and bets? Whoa. I mean, we're talking all types of stuff here now. Either way, second best bet of the day from RMags. He is locking in now I'm in a rabbit hole. I just totally went freaking blank. Don't help me whatsoever. The Pitt Panthers plus 3.5 at the Virginia Cavaliers. See what happens to me, man?
Hi.
I enjoy a little vitamins in the morning, and then you get to wanting to go down fucking rabbit holes while I'm trying to host the show and talk about other shit, and I can't remember. So yeah, you're right. Either way, anything else you have to talk about or relay in regards to your two best bets of the day?
No, but one thing you said, and that's one thing I did yesterday, and it probably is something I'm going to do again today, is hammering in a lot more bets about 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, partner, once the market kind of evens out a little bit. I think there's a lot of spots where we might be able to do that again beyond what we've got coming today on the show.
You know what? I was going to save this for the end of the show, but I'll go ahead and go here now. That you said that, as we all know, I've been writing the college basketball afternoon report, right? The afternoon board report. And yesterday I did a parlay on FanDuel yesterday and today. They have a risk-free parlay if you get all legs but one. There's some other stipulations. I'm not going to go check it out if you want to do it. Either way, that's not what I'm talking about. I did a sharp parlay from yesterday, 9-legger, just like the 9 most valuable as I was typing it all out, 9 from all across the boards. I went 8 for 9 on that bad boy. Fordham and Richmond were the only ones that steamed over. They barely got over the 139, just a little bit of goofiness, knocking down too many threes towards the end, but I'm just saying it pays off to read the old sharp report. That's only the parlay that I played. I played additional picks off of that straight up. I mean, it definitely helps to wait a little bit more on in the day, have the old sharps and the squares, have some time to battle it out, and then read what your boys got to say. Hey, here's some games you need to check out. I'm also going to add my recommendations now, too, as well. I've just been doing the line, the opening line, and then where the money and everything's at. And then I'll just do a quick recommendation synopsis. Maybe something along the lines of, like, take whatever that play is, or fade whatever that play is, or don't get involved, you crazy ass degenerate, like whatever the case might be. So that's going to be a new one here today, but the Sharp Report is hot, and I with you mentioning, hey, waiting until about 2-3 o'clock, that's generally about when I lay it out. So having that in your hand in addition with whatever else you utilize to kind of, oh fuck, shit, oh damn, okay. I mean, I'm telling you, it's going to help me. I mean, it's helped me in a way to do it, and if it's providing me value, I hope it provide you guys value too. So, there you go. There you have it. Anything else? Once again, partner, you good to go?
No, take it away from us.
All right.
For me.
Second segment of the day, my best bets of the day. All right, we're going to the college basketball hardwood, and I got 5 picks, or what do I got? No, I got 6 picks in total coming from you, actually. I'm sorry. So we had 8 picks. Holy shit. But I got 4 college basketball plays. So we'll start in college basketball since kind of that's what we've been talking about the whole time here. And then we'll segue into the NBA. I got 2 props from the NBA tonight as well. But first things first, we're kicking shit off out of the Big South, going to the matchup between the North Carolina A&T Aggies and the UNC Asheville Bulldogs. We're taking the Bulldogs -4. Now, you might say, what in the hell, how do you know anything to be laying 4 points with the Bulldogs at home? Well, let me tell you. This is a classic Big South matchup between a North team, or they're in the North Division and one in the South Division. So completely opposite, completely. Why do I mention that? They haven't played each other in the last 10 seasons. There is no historical data. There is nothing you can go back to. So you got to look right here and right now. And wow! North Carolina A&T is number 1 in the Big South North at 3-1 straight up in conference play, and they're a 4-point underdog on the road. Wow, that is insane. Oh, wow, they're 2-8 straight up and 6-4 against the number on the road. Inconsistent at best, I do believe here, my friends. How about the UNCA Bulldogs? I've told you about them a few times here on this show. They're middle of the pack in the Big South South. Say that 5 times fast if you want. And they're only 2-2 straight up in conference play, but somehow they're laying 4 points on their home hardwood. Another little bit of information I'll let you do with whatever you please. However, I did mention I've talked about them before on this show. They are an absolute wagon on their home hardwood. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. 7-2 straight up, 5-1 against the number at home. They continue to roll here today. But you don't believe me? Let's talk a little offense and a little bit of defense. UNC Asheville far and above NC A&T. 76 points per game for the Bulldogs, 75.7 at home. They're 227th in AOE, but you said it a little while back ago, partner, when even though teams are sometimes higher ranked like this, when there's some of the lower mid-major conferences, these low 200s, mid-200s really aren't that bad. It's really not anything you need to worry about. So 227th, I'll get to what NC A&T is here in a minute. 201st in opponent effective field goal. However, they're 87th in the nation in field goal percentage and 53rd in the nation in true three-point percentage. So something to think about, because the Aggies only 68.9 points per game, 65.1 points per game on the road, 281st in AOE, 309th in effective field goal, 263rd in the nation in field goal percentage, and 290th in the nation in three-point percentage. Let's talk a little defense. UNCA also has a severe advantage here. They are only allowing 66.8 points per game on their home hardwood. Their defense steps up, and NC A&T's defense does not travel. 72.8 points per game allowed on the road. They're allowing their opponents 42 field goal percentage. That is A&T 42% from the floor, but a whopping 32.6 from beyond the arc. Compare that to the Bulldogs, 43.4% from the floor. However, only 26.3% from beyond the arc. So I think that three-ball defense is definitely what is going to make the difference here. The three-ball in general is just what's going to make the difference here. And then once it gets towards the end of the game, when we need them to close it out, Free throws, my friends. The Bulldogs, 70.5% from the charity stripe. The Aggies, 63.7% from the charity stripe. Ain't no way I'm backing a team that shoots that shitty from the free throw line. But you don't believe me on all of that, believe the trends. UNC Asheville, 6-1-1 ATS, last 8 following a straight-up loss. 6-1 ATS, last 7 following an ATS loss. 6-1 ATS, last 7 home games. 5-1 ATS, last 6 Wednesday games. 4-1 ATS, last 5 versus a team with a losing straight-up road record. And this is a huge bounce-back spot for the Bulldogs here today. They dropped their second home game all year in their last matchup against South Carolina Upstate, and it was the first failed cover they've had all season. South Carolina Upstate is not good. They lost 73-76 as 9-point favorites. They just did not show up. We're getting them at excellent value here because of that little scuffle, and I think you should back the UNCA Bulldogs -4 with full confidence.
I like it, my man. I was looking. It looked like 5.5 is where I'm seeing it in a couple of different spots. Okay with that at that spot?
Beautiful. I love that too. I was anticipating it would go up. I was thinking they'd probably win this by 6. I wouldn't take it over 6. That's why I was kind of surprised at the 4. I was seeing somewhere that somebody locked it in at 5.5 way before, but all I could find that it opened at 4. So there you go. Open at 4 up to 5.5. I love this play. The Bulldogs have been a wagon on their home hardwood.
Yeah, I like it for sure. I don't know that I'll get involved. I've been staying away from some of these big South games, but I do like it.
It's one of my favorites. It's
if I caught it at 4, I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of the only big Souths. I definitely get involved at the 5.5 too. Okay. There's no reason for it to go up, and especially with all 100%. Of the conference. Speaking of Big South, with all the conference stuff that I talked about at the beginning. But
yeah.
Okay, moving on. Second best bet of the day. Mags, my skin is going to be crawling. I am likely, if this fucking play doesn't make it to the pay window, I am likely to show up here on this pod tomorrow and start to talk and just split apart at the seams. Just completely split apart. Yeah. Gone forever. Colton deleted off the face of this planet because this is absolutely ridiculous. There is absolutely no way in hell the Mississippi State Bulldogs take care of business today. So we are going to the Florida Gators -6 in the matchup between them and the Mississippi State Bulldogs, or Mississippi State if you were there in the past. Honestly, my friends, if you've been following along, this is the last shot for the Gators. I have been following this fucking line movement. I think it was 2 weeks of just nonsense. I think yesterday was the public having some fun. On Tuesday, the book saying, hey, here's your carrot. Now we're about to screw with you for the rest of the week. This makes no sense. The books opened this line at 4.5 points in favor of the Gators, and now it's up to 6. And they are the sharp side. Everybody and their dogs are rushing to the public dog, the away dog, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. How about that? How many more times do you need that to verify that they are a stinky, nasty, disgusting, smelling public dog? Well, let's go a little bit deeper. Whoa. They're 4-1. The Bulldogs are straight up and against the number, their last 5 overall, and they're a 6-point dog. Whoa! You have to take it. This is great. They're 3-1 straight up in SEC play this year, and they're playing an SEC opponent, and they're a 6-point underdog. You have to take it. You have to take bullshit. 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 The books are not giving you those points. There are no way in hell the books are raising this and giving Mississippi State extra points with everybody and their dogs running to the window to back them. Mississippi State 0-1 straight up and against the number on the road so far. They failed to cover a 2.5-point favored spread against the Ole Miss Rebels. 72-82 loss, my friends. I look for something very similar to happen here today. Because the Gators, 2-3 straight up and against the number, their last 5 overall, yet still favored by the books by 6 points. 6-3 straight up, 5-4 against the number at home, inconsistent at best, yet still favored by 6 points. Fucking 1-3 straight up in SEC play, yet still favored by 6 fucking points. It's not a setup. The wrong team is favored. That's not this situation. It's not how it's going down. I literally cannot tell you how my skin will be crawling, okay? But you think I'm crazy? We need some stats. We need some trends to back it up, okay? The total's set at 140. It's actually down to 139 last time I looked. That being in an SEC game, I see this being a defensive battle and a half, and I think Florida's defense shows up at home. 59.9 points per game allowed for the Gators at home, 70.8 points per game allowed for the Bulldogs on the road. Also, opponent effective field goal, 89th for the Gators, 152nd for the Bulldogs, and then the real cherry on top of the cake. I think the three ball is really what it comes down to here today. 71st in three-point percentage allowed are the Florida Gators, and Mississippi State 219th in three-point percentage allowed. The Gators have shot the three ball well. They have just got stiff time and time and time again. And I think it's time we finally see some positive regression. But my friends, if you don't believe me with all of that on the soapbox, if you think fucking gambling's just that easy, go right on ahead. But believe the trends. Mississippi State 1-4 ATS last 5 road games, 1-4 ATS last 5 versus a team with a winning straight-up home record, and there has been a trend rolling here that Mississippi State covers 2 games, and then the Gators cover. Then Mississippi State covers 2 games, then the Gators cover, and wouldn't you fucking know, Mississippi State just covered back-to-back games. Keep that trend rolling, baby, and give me the Florida Gators -6 here today.
I like it, my man. I like it.
I hope I made a convincing argument. I don't
because
lay chalk. I don't lay chalk, and I'm laying fucking 6 points with a team that stiffed me in the ass 3 times already this year.
And
come on.
and we've talked about it, and it was just such weird, like 11 for 22 at the line, total anomaly. One of these last times you backed them, and just weird, no mojo on their 3-point line. And this was weeks ago. I think they're going to be pouring it in tonight at home, man. I like Mississippi State. I almost did it on accident there. I like them at home, man. I like them a lot at home. I bet we backed them on Saturday. I can't remember if you were with me or not on Saturday. They beat Alabama at home, man.
If this was at home, yes, 100%.
Yeah. And it's a lack of road tests, too. You mentioned the one at Mississippi who, again, has
shit, garbage.
Yeah. Right.
Terrible.
Kind of faded back into oblivion. Almost,
you see why everything is just stacking up in favor of the crew here.
So
and if
I will also be upset if they don't win by 20.
I'll literally be sitting here. I'll be talking about it, and I'll just split right in half. Yeah. That's it. It's a wrap. It's over. It's game. It's a wrap. Paper or plastic, your boy is deleted off of the face of this planet. I got one more that I'm going to be talking just like that here for the 4th.
Go ahead.
But I'm going to go into number 3 so I can get a breather. I can allow the heart rate to slow down a little bit so I don't send myself straight to the fucking emergency room.
That's
okay, fair. 3rd. Best bet of the day. I'm a little bit, a bit more confident in this one. I'm confident in all of these, but this one I'm a lot less like emotionally pissed off to. These boys, I finally get to go back to them. If you followed me last year, you know they're one of my faves. We're going to the St. John's Red Storm +3.5 against the Creighton Blue Jays. Haven't been able to bomb the Big East for a while, so this is my $100 play for $0.00. The Big East Bomber. After the Big South Slapper and the SEC Shooter. Now we have the Big East Bomber or Big East Bankrupter, however you want to look at it. Now, the line open at Creighton, -5.5, down to 3.5. First thing that my eye snapped to, I said, well, that don't happen. What the hell's going on? Oh, the Sharps like the Red Storm. I guess I'll consider myself part of the Sharps here today. 33% of bets, 81% actual money wagered on this spread is falling on the Red Storm +3.5, even with that fall in number. Both teams are 2-2 straight up in Big East play so far this year, so in my mind, you have to take the points. St. John's 0-3 straight up on the road, but 2-1 against the number, so I don't think you got to worry all too much about that. They're 10-5 straight up on the season so far. They've just been overvalued in certain spots at 6-9 against the number overall. Here, I don't think they are. This is the perfect number for them, and I think this is at most. Creighton still might win, but at most, they're not going to win this by more than 3 points because they're also 10-5 straight up on the season, 7-8 against the number overall. So inconsistency has been their MO as well. Been a little overvalued. And I think the books continue to overvalue them in this spot because 5-2 straight up at home, but 2-5 against the number on their home hardwood. This, in my mind, is going to be a Big East offensive shootout. One of the higher totals on the board here today. St. John's, I keep wanting to say San Jose State every time I look at it because I have them SJU. St. John's, 82.5 points per game, 75 points per game on the road, 67th in AOE and effective field goal, 54th in true field goal percentage, and 75th in true three-point percentage. Creighton's only shooting 70.6% points per game, or averaging 70.6 points per game, 69.3 points per game on their home hardwood, which is kind of wild to me. 69th in AOE, 73rd in effective field goal, 52nd in true field goal percentage, and here's the kicker for me, 303rd in true three-point percentage. So I think the Red Storm's three ball allows them to pull away here at the end, or at the bare minimum, keep this bad boy to a cover. And what do you know? It's right at 3.5. I also think if anybody's going to be coughing up the rock, it's not going to be the Red Storm. They're 117th on the offensive side of the ball in turnover percentage, 23rd in defensive. Whoa. Creighton, 318th on the offensive side of the ball, 317th in the defensive side of the ball when it comes to turnovers per KenPom. So I don't know what more you need there. The proof is in the pudding. I think that St. John's turnovers defense leads to offense, if you will, and they just absolutely shoot the fucking doors off of Creighton here today. 6th in the nation in tempo compared to Creighton's 218th. So if you needed any more reason to believe that that defense is going to turn into offense, stretch the legs, fast break them. Come on, Johnnies, we need you. But if you don't believe me, believe the trends. St. John, 5-1 ATS, their last 6 Wednesday game, 11-5 ATS, their last 16 following an ATS win, 12-6 ATS, their last 18 versus a Big East op. Creighton, 1-4 ATS, their last 5 games as a favorite, 2-5 ATS, last 7 as a home favorite, 1-4 ATS, last 5 following an ATS win, and 2-4 against the number, their last 6 games played on the day of the week known as Wednesday. I ain't backing them at home. Ain't no way, and you shouldn't either. Take the puppy dog in this Big East battle. The Big East Bomber book bankrupter for $0.00, but every other site on the market sells it for at least $200 a pick. St. John's Red Storm, plus 3.5.
I like it, my man. One thing that I really like, last win for St. John's, I believe it was this past Saturday. This past Saturday, about a 20-point win over Georgetown. I think they keep that offensive momentum rolling, my man. A couple of other teams have done that to Georgetown. And next time around, I think it was Marquette did a similar thing and then have kept it rolling, especially offensively after that. It's almost like I don't know what's going on with Georgetown, but those games have almost been like get right games for whoever the opposing offense is. And I think you got the right side here.
Hey, old Patty Hughes boys have been looking like absolute dog shit on their home hardwood away. You said it. I don't know what's going on with the Hoyas, boy, but we ain't talking about the Hoyas.
Nope.
I love this play, Big East. There you go. There you have it. Okay, let's wrap up the college basketball card here, my friends. We got one more to go, and this one is going to be in the same vein as number 2. Okay. Golly, we always get windy on my plays. We get fucking wild. We go back and forth here. Okay.
Worse than the other one, honestly.
I'm gonna go quick on this
more
one.
More heated, I would say, not worse. You know what I mean.
Okay, we're going to the matchup between the LSU Tigers and the Alabama Crimson Tide, and oh my fucking goodness, the public is not fucking doing it today. We're taking the Alabama Crimson Tide -4. This is the one last time for the Crimson Tide, much like the Gators, so I say that for now. LOL. I'll come back to that maybe at some point in time. Well, if they don't take care of business, we're fading them for a while, okay? But that's not even on the table. They're taking care of business here today because this is the setup of all setups. Bama opened up as 2.5-point favorites. Now they're up to 4-point favorites, holding firm there despite everybody waking up and saying, oh my gosh, the 13th ranked Tigers are underdogs to Alabama, who has been scuffling. Oh, I have to lock them in. Not a fucking possibility on this planet I do that, ladies and gentlemen. There is no way the books are allowing this to happen once again. It's happened one too many times. But let me talk to you a little bit here about these two teams. I already mentioned LSU 13th ranked. They're a dog. That's enough to throw a flag up in the air for me that you better not back that team. 3-2 straight up in SEC play, and they're the underdogs. Better than the Crimson Tide, but I'll talk about that. 2-1 straight up and against the number on the road, but they're the underdogs. Oh, that's right. They've gotten extremely lucky so far this season. It's time for some serious regression for the Tigers. 109th in luck percentage or luck rate, whatever you want to look at it, per KenPom. Let me talk about that same exact thing. Alabama has gotten extremely unlucky. 290th in luck rating per KenPom, and I think we see some positive regression off of that number because, whoa, they're unranked, yet they're favored by 4 points. 2-3 straight up in SEC play, yet favored by 4 points. And 7-1 straight up, yet 3-5 against the number at home, yet still favored by 4. Wow. What do you know about that? Okay. Don't believe me on that? How about some key stats? Let's talk a little bit of offense here. I don't necessarily know that the defense is going to be the biggest thing here because I'll mention it here in a minute, but LSU's defense is way better across the board. Either way, Bama's offense is going to show up at home. Finally, this is the day that they finally show up at home. Maybe I'll have to walk it back, but right now, for the sake of clipping, the Bama offense is showing up today. 81.1 points per game, or 81.8 points per game overall, 81.8 at home. They actually have that same number at home and away. Kind of funny that that's their exact average. 10th in AOE, 76 in effective field goal, and 26 in tempo. The Tigers, point blank period, don't have the offense to keep up with that this year. 75.1 points per game, only 66.2 on the road. That is 20 points, almost worse, for crying out loud. 104th in AOE, 165th in effective field goal, and 76th in tempo. Now, I will not deny it. Take that pin out. LSU's defense is much better, but there is no fucking way that they would need to be dogs. Their defense being so much better and defense being able to travel and show up makes it even more no sense as to why this line is a dog. It is a setup and a half for the Tigers. Do not buy into it. One final thing that I think we can lean on, and I think you can have some faith on that you'll see happen tonight, is that Bama's going to take care of the rock here today at home. 125th in offensive turnover percentage, LSU 252nd in offensive turnover percentage. In a heated SEC game, conference stuff on the line, positioning on the line, both teams could be 3-3. I absolutely love that, and I love the Crimson Tide to roll. All pun intended, but if you don't believe me, believe the trends. Bama, 10-4 ATS last 14 Wednesday games, 26-1 against the number is the last. In the last 27 meetings is the favorite between these two teams, and LSU is 4-9 against the number their last 13 games against my Crimson Tide. Wrapping up my card, give me the Alabama Crimson Tide -4.
I'm all over it with you, dude. I absolutely love it. I will be as upset as you are if this doesn't get to the window, because LSU, like you said, their defense is good, man, but there's been so many spots this season, that Florida game especially a week or so ago, where Florida they were 11 for 22 from the line. That was the game that I was talking about with Florida, man. That should have been the one. LSU should have had their letdown spot there. They just had it against Arkansas. I think we got another one here. Their defense allows a lot of open shots, man. That's the spot where it's been very lucky, man. They're still a good defensive team. I don't think they're as good as we all thought they were going to be.
Here's the thing. These doodlebobs have been giving out plays. They just think they know what line movement is, and in the last 2 weeks they've been doing great because the public's been doing great, and they did really well yesterday because the public does really well, and they don't actually watch these fucking games, so they see this shit and they think it's a setup from their eyes, but it's really not. Please, for the love of goodness, I will literally sit on this show and I will say I'm the dumbest motherfucking capper on the fucking planet, and I will split apart at the seams. I've already said right in half. If these two specifically, Alabama -4 and the Florida Gators -6, do not make it to the pay window, point blank period. If they pushes on those numbers, okay, I'll do some talking. But if they don't firmly make it to the pay window, still, even then, fuck you. Annoying. Yeah, if they don't absolutely cream these numbers, I'm gonna be pretty doggone pissed tomorrow. Okay, now I do have 2 more plays I need to talk about, but I'll be a little less windy on those. Sure. And I know you have just kind of a quick little. Yeah, I agree with those. Let's keep it moving.
Sure.
So let's switch gears here. We'll go into the Pro League, NBA hardwood, keeping the Jordans on, Nikes on, Adidas, Reeboks, whatever you like to rock on your feet. And we're going to the matchup between our Chicago Bulls and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And taking a side, are we? Oh no. Taking any part of the total, are we? No, sir. But have located a few props. Now, if you've been following along, the points, rebounds, plus assist market has been absolutely on fire for me. I'm 6-1 in my last 7. So I decided, hey, well, maybe we start making them best bets instead of just sprinkling on them on the side. So I got 2 for you here today. Number 1, we're going to Evan Mobley. Under 27.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Be who you can afford to be, my friends, is the way I want to preface this, start this off. But I am putting full units on both of these. I have enough confidence in the both of them. Mobley has hit the over this number in only 2 out of his last 5 games and only 3 out of his last 8. His average against the Chicago Bulls in his career so far, well, look at there. He's already played him, and he's only a rookie. What about that? 16 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist for you you non-mathematicians out there, that's exactly 26 points, rebounds, and assists with a total of 27.5. How you darn? He's also hit right at 26 in 3 out of his last 9. So what do you know about that nonsense? That's all I got on Evan Mobley, under 27.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I love it, but I love number 2. Anything you got on that one, partner, in retort?
No, I'm just looking at his averages. His averages combined, points, rebound, and assists is lower than that as well. Let's see. My math is, but yeah, about 25.5. Sorry, it took me a second there. Average 25.5 PRA on the entire season. So I do like it, my man.
Absolutely. I love that one. It's right at 27.5. I got burned, actually, on Evan Mobley on a similar number to this, so it kind of jumped off the board at me, if I do say so myself. With no juice, back it with confidence. Also back this one with confidence. We're going to DeMar DeRozan, under 38.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He hasn't played against the Cleveland Cavaliers as a Chicago Bull, partner. What do you know about that? And I actually think they lock him up. I think they target in on that. They hone in on that. Hey, let's not let DeMar fuck us up. He's never played us before. Let's not make him look like a god against us. And I think they do that. So I had to look a little bit deeper. Average at home so far at the UC, 24.1 points, 4.8 boards, 4.8 assists. That is good for an average of 33.6 points, rebounds, and assists. Plenty under there. What about his last 10? Maybe he's heating up. No fucking way. 22.3 points, 5 boards, 5.6 assists, 32.9 average points, rebounds, and assists. He's hit the over 38.5 in 1 out of his last 5 games, and wouldn't you know it was right at 39. In one of his last 5s as well, he was right at 38. Oh, how about that? He's hit the over at 38.5 in only 2 out of his last 10, and 1 was right at 37 as well. The books are begging you to take the over 38.5. Not necessarily everybody and their dogs rushing to the points, rebounds, and assists here. However, the under 38.5 is extremely valuable, and I say easy money on both of these bad boys. There you go. There you have it. Last 2 plays of the day. Evan Mobley, under 27.5 points, rebounds, assists. DeMar DeRozan, under 38.5 points, rebounds, and assists.
I like it, my man. You know me. One of my favorite stuff for player props is staying away, especially overs for the biggest stars on whatever team it is, whenever you know, because they're typically inflated. Yeah. And without Zach LaVine, I think people are expecting DeMar to pour it in. So I either see one way or another, like you said, him getting locked down or him not having any rebounding assists way low. And maybe he has a nice day of scoring.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. The Bulls are scuffling. The Bulls are in a little bit of hot water right now. And
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't interested.
They're in a little spread tonight. Yeah, they're in a little hot water right now.
They are.
And I think that and we're going to see a struggling Bulls team tonight. I really think that's what we're going to see. I think we're going to see a team that barely cracks a hundo.
Yeah. And DeMar DeRozan specifically has been a little shaky himself during this stretch, my man. So I'm
hasn't gone over this in 2 out of the last 10. What more do you want from me, for crying out loud? There you go. There you have it. Out of all of them, if you think I'm fucking crazy as hell on the college basketball hardwood, I would too, but I still have it all types of confidence, because you might think, oh, I'm a public guy, I know what the hell I'm doing. No. 150 million, bajillion, gazillion %, both of those PRAs are going straight to the pay window. I love them. Love them. Love all 6 of my plays, but love those 2. All right. Let's keep it moving, keep it grooving. Partner, I'm done talking for a doggone minute here. I need to digress. I need to let the blood pressure simmer down for just a brief moment. Let's keep it moving. Wednesday brings a double special play. The Wednesday Warrior and Parlay Pop-Off. Partner, would you be so kind as to indulge all of the wonderful degenerates tuning into today's show? Who is, or what team is, rather, or however you like to refer to him, who's a Wednesday Warrior of the day?
All right, my friend, the Wednesday Warrior. We're going to the NBA, and we are going to the Washington Wizards, and we're going to the money line on this one. It is a short spread. Short spread. -1 for the Wizards, so we decided to go to the money line pricing. Very similar, if not the exact same, first of all. But this Nets team, 6-1 ATS last 7 versus a team with a winning straight-up record. Brooklyn Nets obviously have a winning record, and no Kevin Durant, my friends. Do not forget that he is not there. Nets still not a bad team by any means, but they do not have that extra edge without Kevin Durant. And this Wizards team, man, Wizards are playing damn good basketball right now, and they are cooking along. 20-6 ATS last 26, following a straight-up win of 10 or more. So when they're rolling, they are rolling, and I think they get this job done, partner. And that's all I've got as far as Wednesday Warrior-type stats, I do believe. Anything you got over there?
No, I got plenty of shit over here, pal. I mean, you can pick up the top two right off of there, but you go a little bit deeper in here, pal, and the Wizards have been a warrior in this matchup. They are 6-2 against the number of their last 8 meetings against the Brooklyn Nets, and 16-5 against the number of the last 21 meetings against the Nets in our nation's capital of Washington, D.C. I absolutely love them. We're taking them on the money line just in case any nonsense, but if those trends right there don't solidify that they should cover this -1.5 with ease, it's rightfully at a pick'em because like the books are not going to buy anything, or the public's not going to buy anything else. Like it opened up as a pick'em and then it's slowly been getting more doggy for the old Brooklyn Nets. So I think that's what the public's going to see, and I absolutely love it here. So Washington Wizards on the money line for the Wednesday Warrior special play of the day. Play them on the money line just in case of any nonsense. Okay. Double special play. Wednesday Parlay Pop-Off. You know we add the Washington Wizards on the money line. Every single week we add the Wednesday Warrior as the first leg of the Wednesday Parlay Pop-Off. Now we go to one of RMags plays for the second leg of the Wednesday Parlay Pop-Off, and this week we are taking a gander at the Iowa Hawkeyes -3.5 because I liked it just as much as he did. Was going to be my choice for Wednesday Warrior, but hey, it ends up making it on the Parlay Pop-Off either way. Third leg, we take a pick from my card. I said, partner, you sure you don't want to play it safe for one of these PRAs? He said, no, I don't, because I'm pissed off for you. I'm pissed off for greatness, partner. I said, really? Are you sure? He said, I'm pissed off for greatness. I said, all right, we'll get in the boat with you. So we're bringing along the Crimson Tide -4 for the third and final leg of the Wednesday Parlay Pop-Off. You parlay all three of those bad boys together, you're getting over a 6-1 odds payout. Let's get it straight to the pay window. Both of them while we're at it. Okay.
I absolutely love it, dude. I absolutely love it. I've got no issues whatsoever.
Yeah, neither do I. I think, man, oh man, we've had some bad beats across the board on some of these special plays here, and I think that's one that we're going to be on the right side of the old bad beats here today. So, without further ado, give me one brief moment, because shit always gets glitchy when I do that. All right, without further ado, my friends, we have now gone through all of RMags picks, all of my picks, and the Wednesday Warrior and the Wednesday Parlay Pop-Off. It is now time for you, my friends, to rip out your sports books, rip out your paper and your pens and your pencils if you are a mistake-prone human being like my partner and myself, or whatever mode, means, or method you utilize to take stock of the TTL Crew's best bets of the day, because as I rip my partner back here in the screen with me, it is time to recap all of those aforementioned best bets of the day for this beautiful Wednesday of bets, also known as January the 19th, 2022. Please, so kindly, turn your attention with Sportsbook in hand to the top left corner of your screen. You will see RMags picks. He's got two coming at you from the college basketball hardwood tonight. He's taking the Iowa Hawkeyes -3.5 and the Pittsburgh Panthers +3.5. Over to the right side of your screen, you see my 6 picks coming at you. We got 4 on the college basketball hardwood and 2 on the NBA hardwood. Starting with college basketball, we have the UNC Asheville Bulldogs -4. Would take it also at -5.5, not over 6. The Florida Gators -6, do not take over 6. St. John's Red Storm +3.5, and the Alabama Crimson Tide -4, do not take over 4. Today's double special play. You know the drill. Every Wednesday, we bring in the Wednesday Warrior, a team that does nothing but cover their spread, win, regardless of what position you put them in or what position they're in currently, and that is the Washington Wizards on the money line, playing in our nation's capital on their home hardwood. You combine the Washington Wizards with the Iowa Hawkeyes -3.5 and the Alabama Crimson Tide -4 for today's double special play, the Wednesday Parlay Pop-Off, paying out at over 6-1 odds. Let's get all 6, 7, 8, 9 plays, straight plays. Be who you can afford to be, half units, full units, whatever you need. But we're going to have a fucking day here, my friends, and make it 10 with the Parlay Pop-Off for a little extra juice. Straight to the pay window and load our bankrolls full. But before we can do that, we need you, my friends, to lock them in, hammer them home, sprinkle a little bit of dough down, whatever you need to say. Just make sure you get today's TTL crew best bets of the day that are primed for ticket cashing into whatever the current best line is on your favorite sports book.
Ooh, baby. Okay, my man. I haven't been able to do it in a while. Where the hell are we here?
Oh, shit. I see arena too, you bastard.
You can't tell the words either. I made
Fuck, you bastard. You bastard.
It is a sponsor. It is a sponsor.
Is a sponsor. Dude, I'm a huge fan of the Wolfpack too. Either way, here I'll bring us in up here. Let's do this. Okay. I'm a huge fan of the Wolfpack, so
There's a sponsor. I'll give you one or two hints, and then I'll narrow down what type of
Safeco Arena.
Nope.
Fuck, who's Safeco? Safeco's one hint.
Safeco's Seattle Mariners. Probably someone else too.
Oh, okay. I thought it was somebody in college basketball. Hey, good thinking though, there, Max.
They might have one.
Way to go. Wait. Give me one hint.
Bank.
Bank of America Arena.
Nope.
U.S. Bank Arena.
Nope.
PNC Bank Arena.
PNC Arena.
Woo!
Fifth try. Good enough. Third
Hey,
bank.
fuck them. I don't care. even a blind dog's right twice a day. Leaving me alone.
PNC,
Who cares?
baby.
Hey, I love
My next hint was going to be because you said Safeco, because I do think Safeco might be a different college basketball
I feel like
team
it's
too.
somewhere.
Well, because PNC is also PNC is a baseball stadium too. I think San Diego, right?
Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Pittsburgh. PNC Park. The only reason I know that because I'm a fan of the Pittsburgh
right,
Pirates,
right.
even though I shouldn't be a fan of the Pittsburgh Pirates because I'm a fan of the Chicago Cubs in the exact same stupid division. I know it doesn't make any sense. Leave me alone. Anyways. Okay, you see other text on the screen. There's your trivia answer of the day live from PNC Arena, the home of the North Carolina State. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. Shout out Jim Valvano, Wolfpack. Okay, you see some additional text on the screen, actually right next to my noggin right here, looking right at it, the Moneyline Dice roll. You see Vatek versus Insist. And you might say, why are we live from Insist? And that would be because that is what the two teams involved in our Moneyline Dice roll today are. So as I change the ticker, I bring us back on in the screen here, my friends. It is time for today's Moneyline Dice roll of the day. Okay. Oh, didn't mean to have my big ass head in there.
No.
Let's do it like this. Here we go.
All right.
Today's Moneyline Dice roll of the day. All right. 0-4 start to the week for the dice. Full disclaimer. Cold as all hell after a 5-1 start last week. So, play at your own fucking risk. But as always, I had a fucking burp. Play at your own risk. But as always, we have full confidence in the cubicle objects to be the Moneyline Dice. One more fucking day, we're teetering with fate territory.
However, take it easy, be careful, do your own, but we trust him.
We trust him, all right? We fucking trust him. All right, outside of that, let me write her down here, and as I do, partner, I get our guest, the wonderful Moneyline Dice, ready for the roll of the day. Could you be so kind as to indulge us? What's going on with this matchup today, pal?
Alrighty, my man. So we've got the Virginia Tech Hokies. We love the Hokies. I'm in love with the Hokies.
I'm in love with the Hokies.
At the NC State Wolfpack, where you just saw us at PNC Arena, and the Hokies coming in as the 1-point favorite on the road.
Man, hold on. Imagine when we can actually say that, dude. We come live on our show in the morning. Oh, you just saw us live from NC State Arena last night. It was pretty sweet. Hell of a show. Speaking it into existence, pal. We're millionaires, Mags. They just haven't paid us yet. Please continue. I digress.
Of course, no. Virginia Tech -1 at on the road. I was interested in the Hokies, but who the hell knows? NC State +1. Money line 120 -120 for the Hokies, +100 for NC State, and total of 137.5. Decent little total right there. Bets and money splits, partner. 42% of bets on the Hokies, but 94% of money on their spread. Money line, however, money line, don't see the bet percentages, but it says 98% of money on the old Hoks. So public side does appear to be NC State, but big old severe monetary liability over there on the old Hoks. So I don't know, man. I really don't know. We've tried to back the Hokies in certain spots. You've had some success here and there. I've had some success here and there. We've gotten our teeth kicked in here and there. So I have no idea, dude.
I'm good on both of these teams. I'm good on the ACC, really, altogether. Event time, probably it's an 8 o'clock game, 7 o'clock game?
6 p.m. Central Standard
6 p.m.
Time.
game. Okay.
Only thing I didn't mention, they have played each other already once at Virginia Tech, and NC State won by 5 as 9-point dogs.
The only thing that concerns me, even with that bit of information, is that this bad boy opened up at 3 points in favor of the Hokies, and now it's down to -1 in favor of them. I don't know. Total has gone up a point. I heard you say 137.5. It was at 136.5 pre-show, so it has gone up just a tiny tad bit there. But hey, let's get on into it. I got it ready. I got it tracked. Oh, hey, partner, pal. Before it happened today, your favorite thing happened today on the printer.
What's that? Oh, nice.
Your favorite thing happened today.
Just let's cash some
There's
tickets.
a little let's cash some tickets there at the end. I was shuffling a little agenda around here and saw that. First things first.
You must hate trees, dude. We're talking about waste of paper. Jeez,
Yo, be
dude.
cool. Be cool. I didn't print 6. That's just 3. If I chill, be cool, dude. Yeah, we had a full boat here, full barn. Got shit to talk about.
Kidding, dude.
All right. First roll of the day. Home team or away team? Are we going with the Wolfpack in the rematch or the Hokies to get their lick back? I don't know. Neither does Mags, but we all find out in 3, in 2, in 1. Away team!
Okay. Dice love the Hokies.
I'm in love with the Hokies. Second roll of the day, Moneyline or ATS. Do we lay the 1.5 on the road, the point, whatever it might be, or do we just say, give me that doggone Moneyline? I don't know. Neither does Mags, but we find out between them old Virginia Tech boys and that North Carolina Wolfpack out there in a 3, in a 2, in a 1. Shoot. ATS!
Okay.
It's a full-born ATS. That stands
All
for
right.
against the spread. That would be Virginia Tech -1. First unofficial pick from the Moneyline Dice. Third roll of the day. Wild card roll. Are the dice going to double down, say, hey, boys, we've been fucking around a little bit too much. Sorry, we tried to find some new trends, some stuff happening, and we should not have done that. We apologize to you and to all of your viewers out there that have been telling us, are they going to continue the nonsense and need a re-roll, or maybe even continue more of the nonsense and say they're going to give us a total play and redemption for a 2-0 day? I don't know, neither does Mags. Only the all-knowing, ever-present, ever-powerful Moneyline Dice that I shout out every fucking
Come on,
day!
Come on, Dice.
No, and could potentially give us a winner. So in 3, in 2, in 1, we find out. Over.
Okay.
Over.
Over. Okay.
Over.
Hokies in the over.
2 defensive fucking powerhouses. Over. The dice have spoken! If you want a guaranteed take 2 tickets, speaking of, I wonder what the fuck the neighbors are thinking.
Yeah.
Too many
Even more
Christmas.
so right there, I would say.
2 tickets straight to the pay window tonight. No questions, no qualms, no queries about it. Not from me, not from Mags, not from any living, breathing human being, but from the all-knowing, inanimate, ever-present, ever-powerful Moneyline Dice. Lock in right here, right now. The Virginia Tech Hokies, -1, and the over 137.5 in tonight's matchup between the Virginia Tech Hokies and the North Carolina State Wolfpack. Thank you, Dice.
Thank you, Dice. If I'm going anywhere, that's probably where I would go.
It's probably where I'd go too, but I
Hokies in
felt
the
that the
over.
last few fucking days here,
Yeah.
and I'm a
Hey.
little,
Hey.
it's a little VTech. VTech is -1, and I got a desk right here. Why are you doing this in your hand? Over 137.5. Okay, 0-4 starts the week. We see if the dice can find redemption for midweek. They got a case of the midweek blues too, so they need those
guess.
cured.
I guess.
All right, there you go. There you have it. Moneyline Dice roll of the day. You want your own set, you see Moneyline Dice right there as I point down, goes right by my finger, and our discount code, TTL10 at checkout. That's TTL10 at checkout in your cart. You add it to there, and you get 10% off your first order on MoneylineDice.com. Nothing off limits. I wear their merch all the time. Their hats, coming out with some shirts too soon, I do believe. They got the old dice. They got tracking books, MMA scorecards, all the good stuff that good old-fashioned degenerates need. So head on over there. Tell them your good friends at the TTL Pod and TTL Sports Media sent you, and get you a little bit of a discount for your first order. MoneylineDice.com. Okie doke artichoke, let's keep this doggone show steaming on down the tracks. Time gets away when you're having fun, I tell you. We just get to rambling and jambling and gambling, and then all of a sudden, you know, it's 12 minutes after the 11 o'clock hour. So without further ado, we start the second half of the show. Partner, anything burning on the brain, melting on the heart, festering on the soul, you have been dying to get out to the kind folks that joined us on episode number 205 of the TTL Pod on this absolutely gorgeous January the 19th, 2022.
All right, my man. Couple different things here. A little wild card Wednesday, I guess. Once again here. So far, what we got going on today.
Like
first
a good
thing
wild
first.
card. Like a good wild card, because you know
Less
me,
heavy hitting.
Colton, Captain Colt, wild card Soroka. So
Of course.
like a good wild
First
card.
things first.
Yeah.
We talked about this movie not long ago. Not Movie Monday, but it does appear that Avatar 2 is going to be coming out in December of 2022, my man. December 16th.
When did number one come out? What did we say? 2012? Was it? It was
like
in the box
2010,
office?
2011,
2010. It was
something
the
like
box
that,
office.
2009?
Yeah, I knew it was like something right in that. Whoa!
Yeah. At least 10 years
Why?
ago.
Still James Cameron.
I believe so. I'm pretty sure they gave him last I checked, and it's always like never enough concrete information, but it looked like they gave him a bag for like 3 more movies.
Holy bejeebers! So they might.
Which seems pretty atypical for him because he usually likes to fucking just crush a movie and then chill out for 10 years and then come back and crush another movie. But I don't know. I mean, in the same respect though, the technology of that movie at the time was like pretty like holy shit, they can do this with movies. You remember that? Like, and now we're getting into this with well, I feel like the capabilities of what they could do with that was like off the charts at this point now.
Is precipice the right word? That was like the precipice of CGI. Like it would just the start. Am I using that in the right fucking term?
At least to the net level of like the level of like reality,
where it's at
I guess,
now.
because they've tried, because they certainly tried it for the 10 years before that. But when you go back and watch, like a few weeks ago, because I was trying to gear up for the new Spider-Man movies, not your world, but I watched like Tobey Maguire 1 and 2. Still good movies, but there's a couple where it's like, okay, yeah, this is every once in a while it's a little tough to watch some of this shit. But yeah, I would 100%. That first one was like the next level of like,
it was fucking bananas,
shit.
dude. Like absolutely bananas. Some of the shit they were doing in that movie.
I haven't seen that first one in a long time, man.
Ooh, I haven't seen it in a long time either. That might December 2022.
And I know it's not your world either, but I think the same date. And this one's not even totally my world. But Aquaman 2 is also scheduled for that one too.
Old Jason Momoa. Big ups to the Samoan man. He keep doing what he's doing. Actually, you know what? I got locked into about a fucking half-hour stint of Aquaman one time, and I don't know. Like I think it was on cable. And bro, I can't even lie. I was pretty fucking locked in. Like it was some pretty electric shit. Like it was just some big crazy fucking battle scene, and motherfuckers were on seahorses and throwing fucking tritons and fucking just.
That's like a 7 on my 7 out of 10 on my superhero list, dude.
It was
so
like
I
the
think
most
if you got
unreal fucking shit, and I was just like, damn. Actually, I mean, if I like keep the old veil of ignorance on during this bad boy, maybe just maybe I could get in the boat with some of this shit. I don't know. Anytime I do pop in a superhero movie, I kind of get stuck, but. I don't know. We'll see, maybe.
Anyways, this one hits closer to home for the both of us, partner. 30th birthday, R.I.P. to Mr. Mac Miller, would have been 30 years old today. Very near and dear to the hearts of both of us, my friend. I listen to his damn music literally every single day. Not an overstatement by any means. It's still about half of my top 100 every single year, if not more. So shout out, R.I.P. Any thoughts or what's any? Because I always have like different periods. Like because you and
I wrote a blog last year actually this time on Mac.
Well, it might have been today. It might have been a year ago today.
Yeah, it was a year ago today that I would have because it was at the time of his birthday. It was either his birthday or his passing that I would have wrote about it. But yeah, no understatement, man. I listen to his music every fucking day. Miss the dude every fucking day. I can't
find that and bump that again for today.
Yeah, low key should. I can't even begin to imagine like the
because like as we evolved as like human beings, his music like perfectly evolved with us as we matured.
So that's what I was kind of gonna say. Like I can't imagine the guys, because all the guys that like we grew up with in rap, like Schoolboy, fucking Kendrick, fucking Ab Soul, like all those guys that were part of that fucking crew, like all the fucking TDE guys, like.
Yep.
Fuck, dude. Like, oh my gosh. And that's just, I can't imagine how they feel. Like, just as fans, like, just as somebody who had, like, had dreams of meeting Mac one day and like, yo, bro, we think a lot, and like I grew up in high school with you without fucking growing up with you. Like his music evolved as we evolved as adults, and it was just so fucking wild. It was like the first musician that I ever like truly connected with his music and like what the fuck he was saying, and like, damn, bro, like I actually understand this motherfucker. Like all this other music is circumstantial. This fucking shit. Whew.
Probably like one of the only actual like celebrity death that actually like hit like affected me for a while, but also
it got me.
Not only did his we mature along with his music, I could still like I listened to his original stuff, like what you might consider like frat rap in the first. I still listen to that every single day, so it's not like his old stuff has aged poorly by any means either, dude. Yeah. No
doubt whatsoever. Wowzer Kapowzer, yeah, that's I didn't know he was gonna be the big 3-0. Fucking hell, yeah. That's I think today is gonna be a full blown Mac Miller day for your boy here.
Once I saw that right before, in between you and I talked and being on the show, I had a couple on already.
Yeah, we got some Mac Miller to bump today here for sure. All right, what else you got?
That was mainly it. That was the big piece. It's 30th birthday. Steaming on back down the tracks. It's National Popcorn Day today, so I might need to be popping some popcorn all day long. I got a nice little air popper for Christmas that I've barely gotten to test out, dude. You ever mess around with those?
Bro, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, the old school kernels, baby. Oh, dude, I grew up in the old apartment, and we used to pop popcorn. We grew up, it was broke as a joke, is what it is. But hey, we are where we are now. But and my family's extremely blessed. Either way, fuck yeah, popcorn was the fucking shit, boy. We fucking get those. You can get a bag of kernels for like $1, and you get bowls and bowls and bowls and bowls of popcorn. And then you get to December, you can use the popcorn as ornaments on your tree. And when you're real broke, and then you just fucking hate. Then you get back to January, you start popping fucking popcorn again, and everything's all good.
Well, we had one of those like air popper machine, like one of these, kind of what I got now, but it's newer, so it's not as loud. But it used to sound it used to sound back in like 05 to 08. It sounded like a fucking vacuum. And me and my buddies would have sleepovers, and my parents would be trying to sleep at like midnight, and we were like, damn, we really want some popcorn, but it's just like, yeah, dude. And we're just like, oh shit, like I feel so bad. But
you could just hear it, just like it's like warming up. Oh yeah, and then they were always at like those classic like 80s and 90s appliance colors, like the off-white beige, and then fucking like a brown color with it too. That was like the color of mine.
Yeah. So I got a new one for Christmas that I've barely used. Not as loud, but still gets the job done.
I got a box of some old Redenbachers in the cabinet over there. Every once in a while, you need a little movie theater, like a giant,
freaking $5, like 60-ounce fucking Orville Redenbacher kernel thing. But yeah, man, that's about all I got for the sidebar today. What's tomorrow? A little music trivia Thursday. How about it? I'm ready for it tomorrow.
Hey, every once in a while, you got to reconnect your relationship with old Orville. But I'm ready for music trivia tomorrow as well. I'll have a couple of songs that I'm listening to. Been banging some stuff on repeat. Let's see here. A little bit of nonsense from my side of the screen. It firmly is solidified now as to why the UFC has divisions. Picture circulated yesterday of Francis Ngannou and Cyril Gane right next to Davidson Figueiredo and Brandon Moreno. Not in a face-off or anything, but basically their pre-fight pictures that they take, yada, you know the drill, that whole shit. And it was absolutely insane to see similar in age men to be standing next to each other and just like that. Those guys are just as ruthless killers as those guys, but this guy right here would absolutely squish that guy like a fucking bug. But they are the exact same mentality-wise and possess the same tools in their tool belt, and it's freaking insane. Just
I love how they
minus the power.
Yeah, I love how they put him on the same card too, because I think Ngannou's last title fight was with these two on the card also.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. So okay, other little bit of bullshit happening right now. So I can't think of the bastard's name, and I refer to him as a bastard because this is kind of a dick ass move.
Okay.
It used to be in Ngannou's corner. So I've talked about it before, how Gane and Ngannou used to train together. And this was when Gane first got discovered in France. And then Ngannou said, fuck this. We're basically the same fucking guy. Like, I'm trying to get the strap, the heavyweight strap in the UFC. I need to separate from you guys. Moves to the United States, starts doing his thing, becomes the Predator as we love and know him today. Well, he has this fuck stick that came with him originally, or when he was fighting out of that camp, that they were really tight, they were really close together, and when Francis left that camp, that asshole stayed with him, and I don't know what his name is, but he's been talking about, he's like, I slept every day. I lived every second with Francis. I know his weaknesses. I know his tics. I know his movements. I know everything about him. If you put him in this certain position, it inflames his lower back. He has severe lower back problems that he doesn't tell anybody about. Like he's airing out his dirty laundry to like the entire fucking division. And he's like, if you put him here, it will completely wear him down. This is how we are going to win. Basically, like, not cheating, but like fucking like, hey, we know exactly what the fuck we're doing and we're going to say it right here, right now. Like it could be total mental warfare. Like, hey, Francis, we know your fucking back's fucked up. Now that's in the back of your head, like, fuck, I got to make sure they don't go after it. And you're thinking about it so much, you move away, tweak it. Now you're fucked for the next 23 minutes or whenever you tweak it in the fight. So, I know, it's
correct
crazy.
me if I'm wrong, but I feel like all of those weaknesses probably don't lend into what Francis's game plan would have been in the first place anyways.
I would imagine no, but also at the same time, that doesn't mean that Gon can't make that his game plan. So,
that's kind of what I'm saying. Like that probably is already Gon's. I don't know. You obviously know more than I do. I'm just saying like that kind of exploiting those perceived weaknesses probably would have been in that type of game plan anyways, right?
Either way, the dude's just being a cocksucker. I can't think of his name, but he's just being a cocksucker. He's just like, oh yeah, I slept with him. Like I was there with him. I took his shorts off so he could breathe after this fight. Like, you're such a piece of like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, you're gonna look like a real dumbass if the Predator comes back and wins this doggone fight. So
fuck Predator, dude. I ain't
I'm not betting against the Predator. You had a fucking mind. I know old Bongamin has looked real nice, but hey, the Predator's a different fucking level of beast. When I saw him put out Jairzinho Rosenstruik the way he did, that was just it. That solidified it for me. There was just nobody else that I was like, there's nobody going to be able to take a shot. I think he's going to put him out. I think he's going to fucking put out Gon. We're going to talk about it, but I think he's going to put him out. I think he's going to put him out.
I didn't realize Francis was an underdog right now.
Yeah. It's another Derek Lewis type situation.
Okay.
So yeah. And Francis, the only thing that would worry me is like Francis's contract is up after this fight, and he won't fight on the same bullshit that they've been dicking him around with for the last 5 years. So could be potentially fucking with his head, all this other shit. I don't know, but this feels like another Derek Lewis situation. You got to take, you have to take Francis Ngannou on the money line. You have to. I'll obviously write about it. UFC blog dropping Saturday morning. There's a shameless plug for you. So, UFC 270
dude,
is going to be
that's not fair,
electric.
dude. I'm going to have Packers and UFC 270 at the same time. Dude, that's not fair for me.
What do you mean that's not fair for you? That's you got your favorite team getting injected right into one arm, and then you got one of your favorite sports getting injected into the other. That sounds pretty fucking first world problems. Pretty unfair to me.
Right. First world problems, 100%. But like Packers game is on in general.
Somebody
let
call
alone
the
playoff
fucking
game. I'm not
cops.
looking at. Hey, my girlfriend talks to me, like trying to have a conversation with me, and I like sometimes I give her like goofy, like, are you actually trying to like ask me a question right now while I'm watching? And it'll be like third and 10, like the biggest important part of the game. I'm just like,
hey folks,
like, if
you see a shoe fly across the screen at any point in time right now, know that it is from that aforementioned girlfriend he's talking awful loud about right now in the same vicinity. Either way,
she knows.
man. Hey,
she knows.
Fuck yeah, you got all that action on. You trying to have a conversation. Me and our buddy Scoot, we hang out, man, and we're watching the game together. He'll say some shit to me. 30 seconds will go by. I'll be like, wait, what'd you just fucking say? I'm sorry, dude. I was locked into this fucking play. Like, I don't know what the fuck you just said. What'd you say? And we'll go, hey, there's action going on. I'm processing shit. I might have a fucking live bet I need to fucking put in real quick. Leave me be. There you go. There you have it.
I can't wait, dude.
I can't wait either. UFC 270 is going to be electric. Speaking of blogs, college basketball afternoon board report. I'll do that here as soon as we get off this show. See how everything's looking around that department. And then also, speaking of after this show, pardon me again, fucking hell. Coffee coming back up. After this show at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, since you were so kind to stick around this long and you said, oh shit, I want to hear some TTL announcements. I want to hang around for the second part of the show. Season 2, episode number 7 features the legendary Akeem Prophet. He is a Wager Talk NFL, NBA, WNBA, and MLB betting expert. He also is a sports betting analyst and contributor at SBR Sports Picks and Pub Sports Radio. All around, just dope-ass dude. Great human being. I mean, just like, you can tell, we've only known him for a little bit, but just has a heart that has to be like this fucking big around. I mean, one of the coolest dudes I've ever had an opportunity to talk with in the industry. So, has some connections with our guy VR2, Newbie. So we had some conversations in there as well. The TTL family quickly becoming part of the Wager Talk family as well. So, stay tuned for that. 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. We had an electric conversation with Hakeem. Everything NBA, this year's NBA and beyond, future plays, NFL divisional round coming up this weekend, advice on being a human and being a better human, advice on being a better, everything in between. I mean, pretty much wise words all encompassing. Outside of that, partner, Cup of Joe on Campus is back Saturday at 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Speaking of back, I am on Jeff Dawson's show tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Mags is on Friday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. Yeah, wise words dropping here. It'll be on the YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. And then it'll be on podcast directories everywhere else after that. And then, yeah, looks like about it. Stay locked into the link tree in this episode's description or talkingtheline.com for one-stop shop, all things TTL and beyond. Outside of that, partner, anything I missed, skipped, didn't go over, we need to talk about here second half of the show?
No, dude, not a single piece of breaking news that I saw, even any minor breaking news that I could just sprinkle in here. Nothing at all, dude. Extra cheddar on Saturday as well. Don't know if you said that or not. But
extra cheddar on Saturday. Yes, sir.
I might even have that ready by Friday, my man. There's going to be some props already out, I do believe, so for that playoff game. So I cannot wait. Stay tuned at least by Saturday morning, though.
Sure enough, I absolutely love it. Stay tuned, you cheeseheads, for your extra cheddar. Okay, well, we got one final segment to get over, and it's kind of funny because it's the Always Daily segment, and it's kind of what the message is around here today, and I make sure I always do it. So without further ado, last segment of the day, my Motivation Minutes. All right, my friends, I want to kick things off here with a quote from a man that I have respected for a very, very long time, even to the point when I was a young chap and had no idea that I was going to have a fucking podcast or be sharing motivation and inspiration, have the opportunity to have a platform to do that every single day. And I've looked up to Zig Ziglar for a long, long time. And if you're not familiar with Zig Ziglar, I suggest you go and check him out. Up there with the Ralph Waldo Emersons and those and the John Woodens and those level of guys in terms of thinking and their quotes and the stuff you can find on them. But Zig Ziglar said one time, people often say that motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. That's why we recommend it daily. And I'll repeat that for you. People often say that motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. That's why we recommend it daily. And, you know, you can go down so many rabbit holes. I'm sure you already are in your head. But that smacked me so... I just stumbled upon that quote last night. And I said, I'll be damned. I think I just found tomorrow's Motivation Minutes. And... you know, number one, that's why I do this. If I impact one of you, shit, I might not impact any of you. Maybe I need to hear it. Maybe Mags needs to hear it. Who knows? That's why I do it. If I impact one person out of however many people hear the message, that's it. Because we all need, I say it all the time, we all need a little motivation and inspiration in our life to help get us through this crazy-ass thing called life. And that's the thing, is it takes work to make it through this thing called life. You have to work at it every single day. If you are caught in a rut, in a trench, in a terrible part of your life right now, stuck in the daily day in and day out monotony, and you're wondering why it's not changing, and you're like, I can't find any motivation, I can't do anything. Maybe it's you. Maybe you have to work at finding that motivation. Maybe it's important as taking a bath every morning that you need to take some time to find some motivation and inspiration. Maybe stop glossing over one of the most important things you should be doing in your entire life. I love how he says it. Neither does bathing. And bathing doesn't last. No, it doesn't. And neither does motivation. You can't read one fucking quote and expect that quote's going to last you tomorrow and the day after and the week after and the month after. And all of a sudden, you're this motivational guru and you're so smart. My friends, I have Colt's motivation minutes scrolling in the ticker right now. And I spend 2 hours every morning getting this fucking thing right because I need extra motivation and inspiration myself. It takes work. Point blank period. It takes work. And we all need it because there is so much toxicity, negativity, shit. I see motherfuckers that like, fuck it. I'm slowly losing respect for in this fucking industry. I have a boatload of respect for in this industry. Did is the key word in that sentence. And the negativity and the toxicity and the disgustingness as a human being that has the audacity to sit with their face on a screen and talk one way and then put things out on social media in another way just blows my mind. And, you know, I guess the whole point of that, out of that rabbit hole, is we all need motivation because even the people that we look up to on a day-to-day basis don't give out motivation and inspiration. So that's why I've tried to take that yoke upon my shoulders, if you will, because nobody does it. And damn it, we need it. And damn it, this society needs it. And damn it, this world needs it. And I'm tired of everybody being so negative and toxic and woe is me and I can't ever get anywhere. Then fucking do something about it. Stop being such a woe is me bullshit individual and be part of the 2%. You wonder how to get to the 2%? It's right between your fucking ears. Just go do it. Go chase after it. And this isn't even where these motivation minutes were supposed to go, but I see it every doggone day. Every day. People complaining that they can't get out of a rut, don't know how to get out of a rut. It's rolling around between your ears, my friends, behind your eyes, and all you got to do is take a minute to tap into it. Every day. Every single day. If you only take 5 minutes to improve yourself as a human being, get the inside right, and be fucking amazed by how much the outside follows along. I know I got a little ranty there. It was weighing on my heart. I subconsciously kind of just started word vomiting coming out, but I hope you saw the perspective in that. I hope you guys can take some value out of that, and I hope I have done so this far, and I hope I can going forward give you guys that little bit of motivation and inspiration you need and that we all crave, and sometimes I just need to hear myself say it, to tell you the truth. I hope I can do that for you in a world that is so filled with people that don't and would much rather take the time to give you some bullshit or some negativity. I promise to keep taking the time for some positivity, some motivation, and some inspiration because, much like the legendary Zig Ziglar once said, people often say that motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. That's why we recommend it daily. So I'll keep bringing the positivity, the motivation, and the inspiration. Y'all keep stopping by. And that does it for my motivation minutes of the day.
That was fantastic stuff, my man. You nailed it right on the head. I think the most important you said is, just everyone can view that in a different way, what you said. Because sometimes it is, some of the message, like myself, some of the time, like today, get me fucking motivated. Every once in a while, maybe it doesn't hit close to home for me, but there's something else that I need to find throughout my day, whether it's a sign or a reminder. So I love it, man. Fantastic stuff.
My pleasure, my friend. My pleasure. I'm glad you found that would tend to seem to me as well. The people on the other side of the screen found some value in that as well, because it's really important. It's really special to me, and man, oh man, we all need that motivation. We all need that inspiration. So I told you wanted to stick around. If you were here at the first of the show, I told you wanted to stick around for that one, boys and girls. It was going to be a heavy hitter today, so there you go. There you have it. That officially puts a cap on top of the Talkin' the Line podcast, episode number 205 on this beautiful January 19th, 2022. The Wise Words podcast, our weekly show, drops today in but 25 short minutes from now. So I suggest you subscribe to our YouTube, hit the notification bell, and get on over there and get ready for the drop. Hey, maybe get your lunch ready and stop by the little girls or little boys' room so you are locked in for the drop of this bad boy. You do not want to miss it. 40 minutes of absolute electricity. Outside of that, now 24 short minutes from now for that aforementioned show to drop. But from myself and from my partner, ladies and gentlemen, degenerates and gamblers, far and wide, we hope you have a spectacular rest of your Wednesday. unless you have any other plans. We can't tell you how much we appreciate each and every one of you from the bottom of our hearts for your likes, your follows, your shares, your subscriptions, your comments, your retweets, everything in between. We see each and every one of you that do that, and we appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember, it is a wonderful Wednesday to be alive. The rest is up to you. That's right, the only person that matters in your life. You, my friends, it's your life. Go live it. Here I am still on my soapbox. I don't know who needs to hear it today, but somebody does. Outside of that, once again, have a spectacular rest of your Wednesday unless you have any other plans. Get today's best bets locked in so you can say right alongside me and my partner at the end of every piece of content we do. Let's cash some tickets.